Hey there. I cannot believe the amount of love that I've received from the video of my last day at the hospital. And I didn't expect that. I really was posting that as a way to, as a memory for myself, because that place is so dear to me and has been such a blessing to my family and me that I really just made that video for my memories. So I am so thankful for all of you, your comments and your love that you sent. And a lot of you have private messaged me and asked me, what are you going to do now? And so I was surprised because I thought that everyone knew what I was doing. So the purpose in this video, this follow-up video, I guess you could say, is to just share the exciting thing that I'm doing next. So for those of you who don't know, I have a thriving private homeopathy practice that I am super excited to devote more time to. And I have been a homeopath for over 20 years, and I have enjoyed and loved this business, this healthcare, this spreading truth and sharing love with people for a lot of years. I started teaching classes at my church. I used to go to Poplar Tent Presbyterian Church, and they allowed me to teach classes in the fellowship hall on Saturdays. So I would go there and teach classes, and I would have a lot of people show up, and some of you were some of those people. That's where I first met you. And I would rent rooms in like at Healthy Home Market and Whole Foods in Charlotte. And so this has been something I've been doing for a long time and have really loved. But with COVID, my business has blown up. I mean, people are like, I need to take control of my health care. I want to learn how to have a more natural way of health. And homeopathy is a natural system of medicine. It's not vitamins, herbs, essential oils. It is a system of medicine that a doctor, a medical doctor, developed over 200 years ago because he didn't like what he saw his patients going through. And I found it over 20 years ago because my son, Chandler, most of you know, was very sick. And he was diagnosed with a peptic ulcer at a very young age. And then I was like, this is crazy. So he had constant ear infections, which meant constant pain medications and antibiotics. So that destroyed his gut, which I didn't know back then. He also had all of his vaccines on schedule, which of course were not as many back then as they are now, but there were still a lot. So he'll be 25 in June. So that was 1996. So anyway, he was prescribed a medication, and it didn't sit well with me. So the Lord has always spoken to me, even when I didn't know it was him speaking to me. He's always guided me. He's always been there. He's never left me. He's always just been there protecting me. I have so many stories I could tell you. And so I left that doctor's office and I thought, this doesn't feel right. And I didn't know what to do. Okay, so this is before Google and smartphones, and I didn't have a computer in my house. So there was no Facebook, there was not even MySpace. Really dating myself. None of that was around. Well, I mean, I don't know when MySpace came around. I don't know. So none of that was around. And I had to talk to people. I had to ask questions and talk to people. So I talked to my friend. I was kind of distraught. I was like, I don't know what to do. And she said, you need to go see this homeopath. And I was like, what? I had never even heard the word. So anyway, that was the beginning of my journey. I saw great results with him. And then I was like, okay, me next. I had anxiety and depression. And this was postpartum. I didn't have it before I had a baby. And so I got great results, and I was like, okay, I want to help people do this. So here we are, fast forward more than 20 years, and I have been in business for a long time, but the pandemic woke a lot of people up, and a lot of people are seeking alternatives. And it's been amazing what the Lord has done. So I just, again, want to thank you all for just showing your love and your care to me from that video. I also wanted to share my testimony in why and how God has blessed this business for me. So in January of 2019, I clearly heard the Lord say, lay it down. And I was like, I don't want to. I didn't want to lay it down. Homeopathy. I didn't want to. I love it. And there was fear involved in that, right? So this was what I had counted on for medicine for a long, long time. He told me to lay it down. So I had to call the clients that I had and tell them I couldn't help them anymore. And they were, sad. And I felt bad. I felt really bad. So he took me on this spiritual journey for 9 months, 8 or 9, maybe 8 months. I have all my notes written. I take a lot of notes. And a wonderful spiritual journey where I focused on him. I went deeper with him. He taught me a lot about myself, about my heart. Man, I learned and grew so much in that time with him. I'm still learning and growing. Like I haven't abandoned him and gone back to homeopathy. You hear my dog whining. And then in August or September, I heard him clearly release me to pick it back up. So I was like, okay, cool. Great. This is what I had always done. I wanted to go back to it. And I mean, from that moment forward, it has been one huge blessing after another, after another, after another. I have grown. This practice has grown. The people that I've met have been amazing. He has brought some amazing men and women into my life. Oh my goodness. I would love to start naming some. I'm afraid I'm going to leave somebody out, but I'm just going to trust the Lord right now. So, Bree Hurlbert was one of the first, and he highlighted her to me and said, she is the one that's going to help you in this business. And so she's been with me since then. Lisa Record has been a huge blessing to me. She Lisa, you are just you, and that's what I love. You don't try to please people. And Lisa just promotes like constantly. She's always saying, hey, Melissa can help you with homeopathy. And she's such a blessing to me to answer all my chicken questions. So for those of you who don't know, I just got chickens like 6 weeks ago, 6 or 7. So it's all new to me, so I have lots of questions. And then Mike Dixon and Lacey Dixon, man, have they blessed me, just having me on their YouTube channel, just to help me build my business. And again, answering all my chicken questions and all my gardening questions. And they've been such a blessing to me. There are more. Amanda Howell, just encouraging me to go and do, and just listening to me and never judging me. Carrie Wagner, I love you too. Carrie Wagner's been a blessing to me too. So maybe I was supposed to say that. So she has me on her Facebook group. We do some lives together. So that's always fun. And then Carrie Hume, really, I was drowning before Carrie came along and showed me what I needed to do to catapult this business in a way that I could actually leave my job at the hospital. So that's not all. I mean, my mom, my husband, my children, my family that have just been there to support me and love me through all of this. I've worked 2 full-time jobs for the past year. This has not been easy. This has been a blessing, but it has not been easy. When my children started melting down several months ago, I was like, okay, it's time. My family needs me, and I have more than enough. So I'm sure that I forgot somebody that has blessed me greatly, because there are so many of you that I've just come into contact with and have built relationships with, and I love you all, and I thank you for just watching this long into this video. My website is melissacrenshaw.com if you feel led to share it, if you feel led to come to classes, if you feel led to come and get help with your health care. So I do teach much deeper in my classes about what homeopathy is, how it works, why it works, and I am developing a new class right now that's going to be a mentorship program. So anybody who already knows some about homeopathy and wants to go deeper, that's gonna help you go deeper. I'm gonna have time to do that now. I've been working on that for a year, and I just haven't had time. So now I'm gonna have time. So yesterday was my last day at the hospital. Today is Sunday. It's a new day. His mercies are new. His love, His goodness. God is so good, and He is right here with me. And I would like to continue just to pray with you and for you. If you have anything that you need prayer for, put it in the comments. I would love to pray with you and believe with you for restoration, wholeness in your body, health and healing in your body, and in your mind and your spirit. So God bless you all. Thank you for your love and your support, and would love to see you in a class or in a consult. Blessings.